On a cold, dark night, a school class of children disappear into the darkness. Where did they go? That's the question the whole town is forcefully asking their teacher. There seems to be some spell-casting malarkey going on, and Josh Brolin is going to get to the bottom of it. Get ready for an unsettling, creepy ride that is sure to surprise you in Weapons.
Hello there, you loose units, and welcome back to another episode of Spicy Boy Reviews. I'm, of course, your host, Andrew Iles. That's right, Weapons, written and directed by Zach Kreger, who's known for directing the awesomely unsettling Barbarian in 2022. We open this film on some exposition dumping. Turns out one full classroom of kids got up at 2:17 a.m. one morning and ran into the darkness and were completely missing. Of course, there's a buttload of questions being aimed at their teacher, Julia, wondering why all the kids went missing from her class. Oddly enough, though, there's one little boy from her class named Alex, who is the only one who didn't follow the Pied Piper and is still around attending class. As expected, the town folks and the angry parents have some questions. Especially one pissed off father, Archer, who is one step away from going full-blown Salem on her ass. However, Julia has no answers either and is just as confused as everyone else. It's not long before Julia is getting threatened daily, and the accusations are a-flying around.
But she's a witch!
This is all stuff we know, of course, from the trailer. And I've got to admit, all of this is in the first 5 minutes of the movie. Then the next 2 hours commences. And it takes you on a wild, unsettling journey, and I'm sure you, like me, will absolutely intrigue the shit out of you. This film is broken up into sections, giving you the perspective of 6 different characters from the town. Of course, we get Julia's POV, with her struggling with questions of the townsfolk, along with juggling pissed-off parents, embracing alcoholism, and rekindling with an old flame her ex-local police cop, Paul. Then we get Archer's perspective, where he starts doing a bit of detective work himself around town and getting lost in the hunt. Then we see the layers and layers from bad to worse in the daily life of Julia's ex, Paul, who is struggling with his own demons. And this whole section of Paul almost felt like a whole entire film in itself. And if you like tense farcicals, this section of the film is definitely for you. We also see local junkie James have a darkly hilarious segment that heavily crosses paths with Paul's. School principal Marcus gets his little chapter. And of course, the last kid on the block, Alex, wraps it all up with everyone revealing some answers and all. I absolutely loved Barbarian from Kreger's. And he does a similar thing here with this movie, where you think it's going one way, then boom, it twists into something else. It takes you on a journey where you have no idea where it's going. And you're so engaged with the unraveling and the reveals throughout the runtime. And it's captivating the whole time. This was my most anticipated film of the year, and I've got to say, it definitely delivered. It has the perfect balance of unsettling, creepy, intense, disturbing imagery, a few very effective jump scares, not gonna lie, and darkly hilarious moments that made me laugh out loud. Every actor does a stellar job in this movie, and I've got to say, they had some damn good material to work with. There's also some incredibly creative editing techniques as well. I was a little bit worried going in of the runtime of being 2 hours and 8 minutes, thinking that it may be an over-bloated, dragged-out experience. But I've got to say, there is no fat on this film. It briskly moves along, keeping you intrigued the whole way, and I didn't look at my watch not even once. Yeah, it's super engaging, incredibly tense, and I was on board and intrigued the entire runtime. With multiple perspective movies, it's a bit of a struggle and a balance. You know, seeing the same scenarios from different POVs throughout the runtime can get a little bit laborious. Like, yeah, it's exactly the same scene from a different angle and a different perspective. We get it. But this movie does spare you that tactic. When we do see the same scenarios happen from different perspectives, it skips past the moment you've already seen. Like I said, not over-bloated or dragging. I highly recommend this film, especially in the cinema. It definitely is an experience. Anyway, I'm not going to talk any more about this film in case I might slip with some spoilers, but definitely go see it. Recommended. If you liked Barbarian, you'll definitely like this. And as much as I liked Barbarian and highly recommend it, I actually think I preferred this film, just slightly. And I think that all came down to the characters. Yeah, I'm so excited and on board to see what Zach Cregers does next. You've made the list, Zach, along with the Philippou brothers. Anyway, guys, this is my cheeky little review of Weapons. Write down below if you've seen it. What are your thoughts on it? But more importantly, what is your favourite unsettling, creepy kids film? And of course, if you've made it this far into the episode, please give me a thumbs up because your love and support keeps me going, because I just love movies and I assume you do as well. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe icon because I give it an episode weekly. And I'll see you back here next week for the next review, but until then, stay spooky, kids.